Hey Clark, this is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I get this video coming to you as promised here. As you see here, I have the website pulled up, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. But I wanted to start this video out on a Google search page. Now, what I've typed into Google here in this instance would be considered a keyword, but more specifically a buyer intent keyword, meaning it's going to be a service you provide within an area that you provide it. So it's very specific about what somebody's looking for, and again, that you can provide to them. So you want to be on the first page of Google for as many of these different keywords as possible to increase, of course, the overall exposure to your company and leads that you can get through a Google search, whether that's using your business profile or your website. Now, there's going to be a few ways that you can do that. The first way we're seeing is a few different companies running these Google guaranteed ads. Now, this is doing it through paid traffic. Definitely a great option for any company that's looking to get work right here, right now, especially if you're already currently working on your organic rankings, but you aren't necessarily on that first page yet. You're not getting as much exposure as you were hoping for as of yet either. This would be a great option, as of course it's going to get you in front of everybody's eyes. The only downside is about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads when they come onto a page like this. But again, these are pay-per-click, so just getting eyes on it isn't necessarily going to cost you any money. It's once somebody clicks on here, okay? But these do have the highest conversion rate at about 30 to 40%. So once somebody does click on there, we should have at bare minimum a 30% chance of turning them into a lead at that point. Now, the better options long term are definitely going to be able to rank organically. And you can do that through a business profile or through your actual website. Now, I believe your office is actually located in North Chicago. So you're a little bit further up there. And I did look you up. It did look like you were in that top 3 for there. But again, that's going to be a little bit of a lower competition market area when it comes to ranking your business profile. And honestly, your business profile is only going to be able to rank you within that specific area of North Chicago and maybe about a 5-mile radius, maybe sometimes 10, depending upon the amount of competition in the area. So for any other area outside of North Chicago, you want to actually be able to rank your website. Okay, and that's where your website's going to be able to do you justice. Now, first off, with the business profile, if we just take a look at Roofing by Hernandez, just to go over a few things, we can see right off the bat, this company has been posting up photos, a lot of them. We can see they have over 2,300 of them. I would be doing that with your business profile as well, uploading photos of maybe inspections or work that you guys are doing, before and afters, things of that nature. And I would be doing that every single week. Also, there's a bio section about your company that you can fill out. Make sure you fill that out 100%. It's normally 750 characters there. There's actually a questions and answers section. Most companies don't fill that out whatsoever. Doing that can put you an edge above. And then with your reviews, make sure you're always getting great reviews, of course, and as many as you can. And then always make sure you're responding to your reviews as well, because what that shows Google is that you take pride in your work and what people have to say about it. Now, for your website, like I said, that's going to be able to help you for not only within North Chicago. You could rank your website for in North Chicago, but for any of these other areas that you would please, whether it's Chicago or, some of the other outlying areas, Arlington Heights, Oak Brook, Naperville, Aurora, so on and so forth, Oak Lawn. This is where your website can help you out at, okay? So we can see when it comes to ranking for, the keywords involving Chicago and roofing, Matthews is going to be your top competitor. So I did pull up their website, which we'll take a look at here in just a second as well. So back over to your website. It's a great looking website, good looking logo, color schemes, all definitely in good course and action here. We have a little call to action button to contact you guys there. Same with this talk with a professional. And what those do is that allows higher conversion rates on your website, just so you can funnel people down to the page you actually want to get them over to. Now, when it comes to ranking an actual website and getting them here, we have to talk about the actual content that's on it. So content is going to be king when it comes to ranking your website, okay? Now, with that being said, I typically say Google wants to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content just on the homepage alone. But truly, you want to take a look at what is your top competitor doing, okay? And with the homepage, you really want to decipher what's going to be your top service you want to provide. In most instances, Most likely in your case, it's roofing. And then you want to choose a location or a town or area that you want to try and rank that homepage within. Okay. So I would usually determine, do you want to have your homepage for roofing, and do you want it to be typically two places, your highest volume of search area or actually where your office is located at. So you would want to tailor your homepage towards roofing for North Chicago or roofing for Chicago. Okay. And let's just say we choose the latter. So we want to be able to rank our homepage for roofing in Chicago. Okay. Well, you would come over to Matthews, right? Because we know they are the top competitor when it comes to ranking their website. Come through and read some of their actual content within here. How much of it do they have? What are they talking about? And so on and so forth. And what that allows us to figure out is, well, Google's already ranking them. So Google likes what they see content wise at a bare minimum. And if we can somewhat emulate that on your homepage, we know we're going to have a good start, right? We know Google is going to rank for that type of content and likes it, and we're going to seem as organic as possible to those rankings. Okay. Now, there's obviously other factors that go into being able to rank a website, but that content is definitely going to be king when it comes down to it. Okay. Now, other things I would be doing to try and rank for other areas outside of Chicago or North Chicago is building out an areas we serve page, and have a singular page for each area you're trying to rank in. Because then you can do the exact same thing we just talked about. You can go through, look at what the top competitor is doing, for their content, kind of emulate it, and create like a singular homepage for roofing in Schaumburg or roofing in Naperville, so on and so forth, so that you're not trying to rank one page of your website, your homepage, for every area across Chicagoland. It's very unorganic. Google's going to throw a red flag on your website. It's just not going to work. So you need to build out and have one page per thing, right? So have one main focus of each page, and that seems much more organic to Google. Now, this next thing I like to use is this paid program called Eris. It gives me a great dashboard and numbers right through here that we can decipher a little bit, and of course do a comparison between your website and Matthews. Okay. So these first two numbers I just highlighted are going to be your strength and trust that Google is giving your website, and they're ranked out of 100, okay? But really, once you hit a benchmark of about 30 and above, we can consider you to be a pretty powerful website at that point. Even with that being said, we know we have basically no power and trust with Google as of yet. And you build that power and trust through these backlinks that are coming from these different referring domains. Now, backlink is going to be any clickable text or image linking one website to another, and those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, with the referring domain, it's very crucial that you get backlinks from authoritative domains. And by authoritative, I mean they already have these high ratings that you're looking to get. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's going to help you in return. Now, you're also only indexing for about 3 keywords, so we know you're not indexing correctly, or you don't have the keywords within your content, and you're getting zero traffic from that. Okay, and if we can actually click on the keywords and see which ones you're actually being indexed for and where you're positioned at on them. Okay, so we see junior roofing and siding. That has something to do with the company name, but that's not really going to get you anywhere. Ebert's, clock service, and then Commonwealth roofing and siding. So looks like, none of these keywords are going to be able to help you out when it comes to generating traffic. And really, the main point of it is leads to your web or to your company through your website. So you definitely need to be optimizing your actual content on the website and putting these keywords within there, these buyer intent ones more specifically, which you'll see here in just a second. So Matthews Roofing, we can tell right off the bat, has put some time into building out this strength and trust through Google. We can see the amount of backlinks. They're also indexing for a lot of keywords. Main reason here is because I've done some research on the website. They have a blog, but it's very minimal. They only have about 3 posts in the blog from about, I think it was in 2018. So they shouldn't be having as many keywords as they do, and that this is what happens. So if you've had your domain and website live for quite a few years, and you've started to rank on these first pages of Google, and Google likes you and things of that nature, then what Google does is Google will start to actually index you for keywords that aren't necessarily within your content, but are relevant to all the content and keywords that you're already ranking for, okay? And that's how you end up being able to rank or index for all these keywords. and bring in this amount of traffic, 1.7 thousand. And if we can load their keywords as well, I'll be able to show you. So here are these buyer intent keywords that I'm talking about: roofing Chicago, roofing company Chicago, roofing contractors in Chicago, Chicago roofing contractors. So all these are what we consider buyer intent keywords. Only a buyer of your services is going to be typing stuff like this in, and they're looking for a company because they have no clue who to use, right? They're going to Google to find out who's my best choice. Well, in this instance, if somebody's typing in roofing Chicago, about 300 people do that a month. And it looks like Matthews is getting about 50% of those people into their website, which is a huge margin there, okay? Now, industry standard is about 30% of the traffic that you'll get into your website from a buyer intent keyword like this will end up being a lead for you, okay? And of course, we know that's a warm organic lead, and those are going to close at a very high ratio. So they're going to be getting 100 plus leads per month on average from all these different roofing and Chicago buyer intent keywords, which is just absolutely incredible. So you can eventually see here how lucrative that can be. If you're closing even at a low 20%, you should be getting at least 20 to 30 extra jobs a month just from being able to do this, right? But most of these are going to close at a 50% or higher ratio. So that being said, Clark, if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you any way I can. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope this video helps you out, and I hope to hear from you soon.